But first, a few comments on Attorney General Holder and his latest effort to avoid accountability for the Obama administration's failures, its scandals, and efforts to deflect individual responsibility for both himself and the president. Holder now maintains that the two men, the first African-American president, the first African-American attorney general, are targets of racial animus. This is hardly Holder's first attempt at rationalizing public disapproval of the president's policies and his handling of nearly every major issue. During one of his first speeches upon taking office, the Attorney General leaped carelessly into the arena, throwing around reckless generalizations and accusations, and seemingly doing so without any regard for the irony of being the nation's first black Attorney General.
Though this nation has proudly thought of itself as an ethnic melting pot, in things racial, we have always been, and we, I believe, continue to be, in too many ways, essentially a nation of cowards.
Cowards didn't put Eric Holder in office. Cowards didn't put President Obama in office. This weekend, Holder didn't exactly stand by his early rash judgments and comments. Instead, he said only he wouldn't, quote, walk away from them.
I wouldn't walk away from that speech. I think we are still a nation that is too afraid to confront racial issues.
Too afraid. But it is the Attorney General who appears afraid and often uncertain, having done little to nothing to take up that debate on race relations in this country. And our president is presiding over one of the most divisive, polarized eras in our country's history. And now the Attorney General says race is driving some of the administration's critics and political opponents.
There's a certain level of vehemence, it seems to me, that's directed at me, directed at the president. You know, people talk about taking their country back. There's a certain racial component to this for some people. I don't think this is the thing is a main driver, but for some, there's a racial animus.
Not major, but obviously worthy of the Attorney General's mind space and comment. But it is, it seems to me, the administration that has become uncomfortably adroit in throwing down the race card, and time again using it to deflect and distract the body politic from the Obama White House's incompetence and bald failures of governance. They seek, it seems, to excuse, to rationalize when they should be taking responsibility and even blame for the many scandals and cover-ups that have multiplied to the point that require numbers, not names. The national liberal media can't abide reporting on all those scandals, all of those failures, the accompanying cover-ups, all of the policy failures, and the now overall clumsiness of this White House. But a national media that gives full throat to the Obama pitch for class warfare, and when that doesn't take, how about a month or two of boosting the president's income inequality strategy? And now, comprehensive immigration reform. And now that that strategy has backfired on the Obama administration, they throw down their old favorite stratagem. This president, who was once considered so bright, has lost standing even in the compliant, complicit national media. And so out again comes race from the same president, the same White House that was so many years ago to have been historic in making this the post-racial era in America. Instead, this White House seems to be doing its level best to divide Americans rather than unite us. But we are still the United States of America. We Americans are once again proving how strong and stubborn the American dream can be. We are also strong and we are also stubborn, even in the face of leadership who would have us be otherwise. We're coming right back.